Today's Sunday the 19th of April and we've got a couple more things to plant today. One of those things is little gem lettuce, a really nice, small, compact romaine lettuce, and as I've said in past, one of my favourites. But we're also going to plant some onions as well, and the onions that we've grown from seed are Florence long red onions, and they're a particular good one for salads and sandwiches. But what we've done is we've multi-sewn these onions, and I was going to separate them and plant them as single onions, but I've decided that I'm going to experiment with these onions and see if they grow alright in a bunch. So 4 or 5 onions all in the same space, and I'm going to plant them in a particular area, and I'll explain later on in the video exactly why I've done that. So we'll just pop outside and I'll show you where these plants are going to go. So when it comes to those onions, they go in there in front of those 2 rows, the carrots, and I'll explain why we're doing that later on. And then we've got this bed, and this is where we're growing all these different types of salads this year. We've not had much luck, however, with that spinach. We've only had a couple actually germinate, so I think I might have to pop some more seeds in there. But the salad leaf is doing really well, and so is that beetroot. So in front of those, that's where we'll put the little gem. And that's the plants that we've grown. They've got to a nice size now, so these are ready to be planted. So we'll just put them a couple of inches away from these carrots. Just take these out and see where we're at. As you can see, we have got some roots there which need to carefully plant these, otherwise it will fall apart. So I'm pushing them down to the same depth that we took them out. And because they're multi-sewn, I'm going to give them 4 inches between each one. I'm just firming them, making sure they stay upright. We'll get some more in. Take that one, I think. So once again, a nice easy job. And we're getting something else on go. Let's take this one out. So straight in that pre-made hole, push it down and just firm around outside. Again, some nice roots on these plants. Sometimes your onions might try and fall over after you've planted them, but don't worry, they will get back up. We'll just do a couple more. It's a nice bunch there. I'm just going to do 2 more and we're done. So there we go. A row of multi-sewn onions all set up. And next up, those little gem lettuce. They've come on really well over the last few days. But if I take one out, you can see that they've got quite a lot of roots, so these definitely need planting as soon as possible. And as you're planting, if you see any yellowing leaves on bottom, just take those off. They've served their purpose. And just leave yourself a nice clean plant. Let's get them in. And same as we did before, just leave a bit of a gap, make a nice sized hole, and you can drop your plants straight in. When you plant lettuce, make sure you plant it nice and deep. That'll stop it falling over as it grows. The more stable your plants are, the better
you can see that's gone a little deeper than it was previously. And because they're a romaine lettuce, we don't have to leave a really big gap between each one. That's because they grow more up than they do out. So same thing again, straight down, bury the base of that plant slightly, and you've got your next one in. We'll see how many we can put in here. And I'll go round after I've done this and start removing these yellowing leaves. So again, firm it down, make it nice and stable. We don't have to worry too much about this beetroot because we're growing that for leaves as well. If you do get any that's got roots around bottom like that, starting to spiral, just free them off, help them on the way. I think we can squeeze 2 more in. So there we go, 10 little gem lettuce. We're going to have a really good mix for salad this year. So another really worthwhile job for a Sunday morning. And as I said earlier in the video, we've put those onions in front of those carrots for a reason. And that is because the scent of the onions will disguise the scent of the carrot tops. So then they're less susceptible to become damaged by carrot root fly. And that's why they make such good companion plants. So if you're growing carrots, put a row of onions in front of them. And that's going to help prevent them from being attacked by that annoying carrot root fly. But also, if you're planting carrots in containers, then you can lift those containers up. If you raise them more than 60 centimetres in height, then they won't get attacked by carrot root fly at all, because that particular insect doesn't fly that high. So if you've got some kind of a raised platform that you can stand your containers on, then you know you're not going to get any damage at all. So slowly creeping towards the end of April, and as soon as we're in May, we're going to be planting quite a lot more things. Hopefully by then everybody should have passed the last frost date, so you know even your tender plants are going to be safe outdoors. But just one thing that is worth considering, if you're growing plants indoors and then you want to take them outdoors, you've got to harden those plants off first. You can't just take them outdoors and put them in sunlight. It'll shock those plants and you could lose them as well. So what you need to do is take them outdoors for about an hour a day, for about 5 days, and then you've hardened your plants off. So then you'll be fine to leave them outside. If you want to see what else we decide to sow and grow between now and the end of April, then please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and I'll see you very soon. Take care.